What's up, everybody? What's up? How's everybody? How's everybody? Just set up here. How's everybody doing today? Today we have a good one. We have a good one today. Um, I want to. I apologize first. First of all, I apologize. I postponed it 2 times. Uh, Jolie has been sick. She had a surgery. Hopefully, one day we get to discuss that because that's something that what she experienced is something that females probably need to know about. So hopefully, we have a chance to sit down and have a discussion about that. But for today's unfiltered conversation is first of all, let me introduce. This is Jay and Jolie-Rose, and we changed our name. We changed our name to um, Manifested Love. Manifested Love. And so that I don't get it wrong, I want to give you the meaning and why we decided to go in that route. I know we were motivators are us, but we decided that we wanted our name to be something powerful and meaningful. So let me just tell you what manifested love means. Okay. So manifested love, a process of using focused intention, positive energy, and self-love to attract a romantic partner or deepen existing relationship. Existing relationships. Okay, let me say that again more clearly. The process of using focused intention and positive energy and self-love to attract a romantic partner or deepen existing relationships. So our intention, our plan is from the beginning. Our intentions was to have a good, strong, positive channel that focus on couples of all types, whether it's married couples, people that's dating, people that's out dating. We give you scenarios and things to make you think. We open up the lines of communication and conversate about the do's and don'ts and how you feel about this and that. That's why we have a whole lot of different scenarios that we put up. This is a channel for everybody. Everybody is welcome. All opinions are welcome. And we value everyone. This is something that you don't see too much. Now, let me just say off the top, we're not no professionals. We're not no psychiatrists or therapists or anything like that. We're just regular people that has been through many experiences, been in a relationship for almost 20 years, been through some things, some ups and downs, all arounds. So we decided that we was going to bring our talent. Now, Jolie is a little bit on the shy side. So the one video that I was able to get her in wound up being muted for whatever reason. And that messed me up because I was so excited about the fact that, she decided to come in and give her input on everything. And we was both clear and free that day. She will be here now. She just got a phone call from her father and sister. She back there talking on the phone. Hopefully I can get her to come and participate in it a little bit. If not, the show must go on. So this week's topic was old Pops. Pops was talking to us about relationships and how important it is to communicate. If the relationship is really valuable to you, it's important to communicate. It's important to care about your partner's feelings. And the 3 things that I stand on, and I say it all the time, for a good, strong relationship, these are key things that you need. You need communication, you need consideration, and you need compromise. You need, I'm telling you, if you don't have these things, it's going to be rough. Not saying that you can't have a good relationship, not saying that uh your relationship is going to fail, but for us, these three factors. Now there are other factors, but I'm just focusing on these three factors. For us, these three factors has worked. It has worked for us, and we care about each other enough to want to, do these things for each other. We want to see each other, and like I said, it's about putting yourself in another person's shoes, your partner's shoes. Like if they have a strong opinion about something, they upset about something. I'm gonna give you an example. Let me just set something up real quick. I'm gonna give you an example. I want to be able to see y'all comment, so let me just set this up. Okay. All right. Example. I was having a conversation with my cousin the other day about boundaries. Okay. It was a situation that happened with me, and a situation that happened with him. Where, well, no, I ain't gonna talk about him. I'm gonna talk about me. The situation that happened with me was I pulled up to the market, and I saw somebody that I used to talk to back in the day. It wasn't a relationship with somebody that I was kicking it with, and it had been some years since I seen her, and she knows my family. I know her family. We have, we know each other's family or whatever. So when I saw her, when we saw each other, we like, hey, how you doing? How's everybody? How's mom? Whatever. Well, the thing is, I was sitting there talking to her, innocently talking to her, but my woman was sitting in the car looking, and I'm not realizing that she's sitting there getting steamed because I'm sitting there laughing and smiling and talking to this woman. And I imagine she don't know what we talking about. All she sees is smiles, and we talking for more than 10 minutes. And by the time I got back there to the car, somebody was hot. They was hot. And I was like, initially when she came off and she was fussing, she was upset. Initially, I didn't understand, like what's the big deal? Like, it ain't like we went off to a room somewhere. Like, I was just standing right there in your view talking to her. Like, I don't see what the big deal is. Like why is that such an issue? Like, why are you so upset about that? That's where these three words come in: communication, consideration, and compromise. That's where consideration came in. So it took me a couple of days. She was mad at me for a couple of days, and I didn't think that I was wrong. I did not think that I was wrong, because I felt like I was having an innocent conversation with her. Like, it wasn't nothing like that was crossing the line. It wasn't no talk about let's get back up, nothing like that. And I felt like my girl was overreacting. But I wanted to make things right. I wanted to because she was walking around here mad at me, wasn't saying nothing to me. I didn't want to keep that going like that. So one thing that I learned from previous relationships, I learned to work on myself. I learned to start fixing things about myself that messed me up in past relationships. And one of the things, and I got to be honest, one of the things that I had a problem with was consideration. Consideration. Because it was many times in my past long-term relationship, where I didn't have much consideration for the person that I was with. And when everything blew up, I found myself pointing the fingers, but then I had to check myself. I had to sit down and I had to look at myself in the mirror and say, what is it you could have done to change that situation? What is it you could have done to make that situation more positive, more effective? So when I looked at myself, I saw the many times that I made decisions without talking to her, you know, and then even when she objected to the decision that I made, I still continued on with the decision. That wasn't right. That wasn't right. So, but it was a learning lesson because when it's all said and done, I wound up messed up behind it, but it's something that I had to learn from. So that's where, um, you know, well, it was the communication, but the communication wasn't effective, and the consideration was out on my part. So coming into this relationship, I had learned some of these values, but I'm still learning as I go. It don't matter how old you are, you always still can learn something. Never ever turn down good information. Period. Never. I don't care if you're 70 years old. Never turn down good. Somebody can teach you something. You always can learn something new. So anyway, so what happened was I thought about the situation, right? And um, I decided, let me put myself in her shoes, right? Let's say I was sitting in a car and she was going in the market and she went and ran into somebody that she used to deal with and they was up there laughing and talking. I would have felt some kind of way. I would have. I ain't even gonna front. I would have been like, what's this all about? Like they laughing and I don't know what they're saying, but they conversating like 10 minutes. I would have felt some kind of way. I would have. And that's just keeping it real. Like I would have been like, what's this all about? Knowing that there's somebody that she dealt with in the past. So once I realized that, I had to go and make things right, and I had to take from that moment and start moving different, like, you got to, and even, and this in relations to my cousin brought this point to me. He said, even when you're not with your partner, you still have to say, you still have to have the same respect. Just because your girl ain't looking, your boy ain't looking, don't mean you can sit there for 10 minutes and he. It's the same respect, whether they're with you or whether they're not. It's disrespectful to sit there and be talking with somebody for 10, 20 minutes, somebody that you done had relations with, done been with, or whatever like that. That's disrespectful. So it was a lesson that I had to learn. So that's why, Pops, one of the things that Pops said in the video this week was, if your relationship is worth fighting for, you're going to do everything that you can to make sure it works. And communication is key. Y'all got to communicate. Y'all got to communicate. If you want it, you got to communicate. Now, like I said, after what happened with me in that situation, she was running around here, wasn't speaking to me. And that bothers me. For her, it's a little bit different. She could just do it, but it bothers me not to have no communication, So, but it helped me to realize the error of my mistake and to really look at things and kind of, understand where she was coming from on a respect, a respect level. So, that's why, we have to have these things. We have to, if you want to value the person that you with, this is important. These things are important. These are some of the things that are important. The communication, the consideration, and the compromise. You got to be willing to compromise on some things, even if you're not 100% in agreement with everything. Just for love's sake, you have to compromise on something. Come to terms on something. And on this situation, there was no compromising. I was wrong. I was wrong. But in other situations in your relationship, you have to be willing to compromise and do the right thing if you want a long-lasting, effective relationship. Like, I mean, a person gonna do what they want to do, but if y'all striving to try to, be the best, she done came over here with this food, got my attention. What's that? Some vegetables? Yeah. Yeah, I eat some. Do you want to say anything? No. You don't want to say nothing today? Yeah, like I said, man, look, I was upset. I made that video and it was good. Good video, good topic. And I couldn't wait to go play it back. And the video didn't have no sound. And I looked at my phone like, wait a minute. The volume and stuff is up on my phone. Why is it this video? And then I said, well, maybe I can put the what do they call it? The captions. Maybe I can put the captions on where at least people can read what we were saying. The captions wouldn't even work. Like, oh man, this don't make no sense. But anyway, like I said, I just wanted to come and just give y'all just a quick message. Like I said, I apologize. We canceled it twice. Jolie has some things going on that I guess we'll talk about that later, some female things. But for now, I just wanted to come and hit y'all up. I know today is Saturday in a lot of places, I assume, and y'all want to go and enjoy y'all day. So I just wanted to give a quick message. Shout out to Pops for that great advice that he gave this week. Shout out to Mama. Mama always got some good advice that she's given us. But this week was on Pop. Pop had some real good information that was very helpful. We had a lot of comments and feedback on that video, and that's what we like. We want people to get this information and get this knowledge and have good, strong relationships, no matter who you are. And always remember, like I said, every opinion is welcome. Your opinion don't have to be the same as mine. That's why we having a conversation. Who knows? Maybe somebody that's not really looking at things so clearly can see our comments and see what we're talking about and how we feeling about things and how good it has worked for us, can be like, you know what? Let me go on and change a couple of things. And it can make their relationship more powerful and more stronger. So that's the message for today. Again, we changed our name to Manifested Love. I think that's a powerful name for us. It means something. I hope what we do here is something good. Look, I'm gonna show y'all this good food she done brought up. I got some vegetables. Let me see. Can y'all see this? I'm gonna turn the camera around. I gotta brag. Something light, a little light lunch. We about to go on and hit some lunch. Let y'all see that. Look at that. Got some vegetables, some mixed vegetables with some fish sticks. Don't worry about my mess I got up here. But like I said, I appreciate all the love and support that y'all give to us. And we're going to keep on keeping it on. I wish y'all all the best in y'all relationships. I hope that you get something valuable to take into your relationship and that it's strong and effective and good to go. But just remember them 3 key words: communication, consideration, and compromise. Both of y'all work together with that. That are winning ingredients to a good, strong, powerful, successful relationship. All right. So that's all we got for now. And as I always say, love, peace, and blessings to all of y'all. Um, Manifested love is in full effect. We see y'all in the next one. Peace out.